from three. Like, I don't think that the lids come off, and when it comes off, it's going to be really fun to watch. But the defensive end, it has to, start and end there all the time. But pretty close. I wasn't thrilled with how the first quarter went, but they buckled down after that.
You mentioned the defensive end. It's a season high, I think, 13 steals tonight. What were you seeing that was kind of contributing to that part of the game?
I thought just our posts being really difficult to steal down there. We were able to get around. They had to throw some loftier passes where we could get our help side in place because their two bigs are a handful. And so to just limit them to even limited shots, field goal attempts is a really good job by our bigs. So I challenged them. I think it was 5-14 rebounding wise in the first quarter. We ended up coming back and winning the board. So a lot of good things happened after that first quarter for us.
Recording in progress.
I saw Candace Parker courtside and wearing a point guard shirt. And it looked like you even had some jokes with her at certain points during the game. What was it like to just have her back in the house?
I mean, we love Candace. Me and her go way back, not only just as competing against each other, having her in an Aces uniform, helping us win a championship, and just what she's meant to the game. We'll take her in our building whenever we can get her. She's a busy lady, but we're certainly happy when she rolls up and visits. I know she's just a breath of fresh air for our whole team, our whole organization when she walks into the building. So I didn't find out till right before that she was going to be there. But yeah, we were talking about some stuff over there a little bit here and there.
Now I'm curious what stuff, but okay, I actually just have one more question, and it's about your rotations. You said at practice the other day that it was going to be really key for you to be mindful of the leg and that type of thing. Mm-hmm. How did that actually feel in practice, in action tonight?
Pretty good. I can't see the numbers right now because I have my glasses, but I don't think I overran anybody. It felt like everybody got a decent run. I don't think anybody played over 30, but I could be lying. I can't see.
Oh, yeah. Becky, you've talked about closing out games, how this team's been able to do that. How happy are you that you guys are able to do it at home and going on to the next road trip?
Well, I think this one was just really important to finish off well. Obviously, coming out of the All-Star break, wanted to make sure everybody came back and we're all on the same page. And again, that constant pursuit of excellence, not perfection, but excellence. And so that's been the message. Just keep getting better. And so I thought, finishing the games, that's something that we focus on, something that we haven't done a lot of times, in Dallas and then a couple other games, but we got to be able to finish games. And so a big part of that is taking care of the ball. Turnovers have been issues a lot of times in that fourth quarter. So I was pleased tonight, to only hold them to 13 points in the fourth quarter is a lot of really great work by all five, who's ever on the floor.
You talked about the bigs being kind of difficult to seal tonight. Obviously, Melissa, Megan kind of being undersized, everybody kind of being undersized, obviously going against BG. On the plays where you guys didn't get the steal or didn't get the steal on the defensive end, what did you like about how early you guys kind of were able to make them work in terms of getting to their spots?
Just the congestion and the activity. I tell them if you're going to err on the side of aggression defensively. But I thought everybody was pretty locked in. Craig got away from us a little bit, but some of hers were in transition and some miscommunications. But, I talked to him about this just being a really big post-defensive game. And I was really pleased. And that involves the guards a lot of times. So it's everybody has to work and be on the same page defensively. So just a really good job of taking care of the paint. That's been a point of emphasis for us. You're not seeing as many just wide open layouts as we were giving up before. So, it's progress and we just want to keep moving in that right direction. But a lot of that is early work. Asia is masterful with her feet defensively. And I don't think she probably gets enough credit for that. Not only just guarding, I don't think you see some of her brilliance because her player doesn't touch the ball as much because she doesn't let them.
And on 2 or 3 separate occasions this season, whenever you bring up Dana, you say that you want aggressive Dana. She had 9 straight points early in that second quarter, 11 for believe 13 or 15 in that second quarter. Is that kind of that shift where you felt like, okay, we kind of hit?
Well, she was certainly a little spark for us. You know, we were kind of floundering offensively at that moment. She just kind of took that 2-minute, 3-minute stretch to just take over the game. And I am constantly on her. I think she's a very skilled scorer. She's obviously super fast with the ball, but she's crafty. And I have a lot of faith in her just because we've had to try to guard her in the past and she's cooked us. So I'm like, oh, no, you gotta go out there and cook others now. So I'm always trying to amp her up, both offensively and defensively. She's a difference maker. You know, you can feel her. Anytime, you know, you can bring a person in off the bench and the other team feels her and has to prep for someone, you got a really good piece.
Well, Willie,
Becky, we talked about Melissa before the game. I think if Becky Hammond had a stat column for just disruptions, you just talked about Asia, her player not touching the ball. I don't know how many times I saw Melissa be effective tonight, but there's no stat for that.
Mm-hmm.
In what she did.
Here's the stat is the W. That's the stat. She's still learning our stuff. You know, it's Kia and Asia are so good, but they're also really great communicators. So Liz has a vault of knowledge right there. And, you know, if she's doing something wrong, I know Kia or A is going to grab her and tell her the right way to do it. You know, she's still learning our defensive footwork in the post because it's a little different. And she's starting to get the hang of it. Same with Meg. She's starting to get the hang with it. You know, Meg's been here in the past, but she was out for so long. So some of that is just game reps. But I thought really all 4 of them did a really nice job defensively for us.
Clara Sandoval with the Red Morning Times. Coaches, talk about controlling the paint and the boards to really open up the game for you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that we knew they were going to be very intentional in trying to get BG and B Jones the ball. So we just wanted to be as disruptive on their post catches as possible. That's a big part of their paint. The other big part is, you know, keeping Canada, trying to keep her in front and not bailing them out, making them make difficult twos over top of us. So I thought it was, you know, a concerted effort. Like I said, I thought Gray was kind of the only one that got away from us a little bit, getting downhill, but overall, really good job on the people that typically do the damage in the paint.
All right, we'll go to Zoom. Nikias, if you can unmute.
Hi, Coach. I had a couple on the offense. Just one on a general note. It felt like the tempo was up in this game. Even after made baskets, there felt like there was an emphasis to get the ball up quickly and to kind of get into your offense a little faster. Did you feel that? And if so, how can that carry over to future games?
How it can carry over is just a mindset. I mean, I want to play fast. I want pace. I want tempo off makes and misses. In order for, you know, for us to do that, a lot of times you just got to kick the ball ahead. The ball's the fastest thing on the floor. So getting out, running. I can't remember the last time we had some transition threes, which we had a couple tonight. So that early sprint out to the corner and then us hunting those corners is a really good sign, but it makes the defense be spread, but also you have to guard the whole full court, half court. So it's really helpful when we get those runners out. So we were just really emphasizing just getting back to running those lanes. And then, you know, playing with pace, kick aheads, cross courts, you know, get the ball popping a little bit, but that's a mindset. That shouldn't matter on any given night. That should be a steady attribute that we have.
Got you. And in relation to the half-court offense, it felt like Atlanta tossed out a lot of unders against the guards. Just in general, how did you feel about how the guards navigated that coverage?
I think we could, you know, we started to get a hang of it a little bit in the second half. I thought when our offense did get stagnant, it was because we weren't exposing those unders. And then, you know, there's different ways to attack the under. A lot of times it's the repick. I was happy that Jackie started pulling up. You know, people are going to test us. They're going to make us make threes. So I kind of thought they guarded us disrespectfully, going under every time. That being said, we still have to, you know, take a 1 or 2 dribbles extra and then sometimes even lowering the screen so that, you know, when you come off those things, if they go under, now it's a, you know, 15, 17 footer instead of a 3 every time. But Jackie got fouled a couple times on it. So I thought we did decent. I'm not going to give us an A+, but I wasn't, extremely upset with it either. It was okay.
Yeah. Got you. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Recording
Like the elusive 40-minute game. Did this feel like that full 40-minute consistent effort and all that tonight?
I wouldn't say 40, but I definitely think we were in like 30-ish, like early 30s, because I feel like that second quarter we kind of let it get away. We had a little slippage, and that ain't the way to go against a good team like this. But I do think that we probably sustained their punches and their runs better than we ever have with any other team.
And then also just wanted to ask you about your like fellow front court players. Becky kind of praised Melissa and Megan.
Yeah.
What did you see from them that kind of impacted this game?
They made it difficult for their post. They were just in the right place at the right time, and obviously I didn't practice with them yesterday, but at shoot around we kind of made some tweaks and we caught on right away. And like when you have players like that are bought in, you get these type of results. So I'm always going to celebrate Liz. I mean, I was so happy when she shot that 3 today because I just was screaming like, just trust it. So when you have people that are like that are ready to rock and roll at the right time, good things happen. So I'm very pleased at how we worked today.
Kind of piggybacking off of that question, the bigs did their work early in the shot clock, right? In terms of not letting the opposition get to their spots. Is it the most connected you guys have been on defense in the game this year?
Yes, I would say yes. And that was one of our goals this game coming in. Becky was like, post D is going to be huge for us. And I think we honestly just buckled in. So yeah, I think this is a good shot for us.
Hey, Asia, can you just talk about the fluidity of the offense and how close it is to where you guys envision it ultimately being?
Yeah, we're slowly creeping into the right place. I think it just comes with just continue to play alongside each other, getting used to each other. I think we're starting to get our chemistry is starting to form in a better way, in a good way. So yeah, over time, I feel like every shot that people are taking, they're going to go in. That's the mindset that we have. And the next shot, and we're just trying to find the right person that gets the basketball to make the right shot.
Congrats on the win, Asia. The UNLV Lady Rebels were here tonight, and we've seen that you gave them their your new A1 shoe. How special is it to be a part of the community that can give back to the younger generation?
Yeah, it's huge. I think a lot of people know that's something that I take to heart. Ever since I got drafted here in Vegas, it is my home away from home, and any opportunity that I can do to give back, I try to do it because I was with that young girl that dreamt of playing in the W and going to games. Like I was going to South Carolina women's games when they weren't the best. And so watching our game grow and getting back to the next generation up is huge because they're next. They're next. I'm not gonna be in this league forever. They will be. And so I want to make sure that I can take care of them and take care of this league in the best way possible. So it's better for them.
We'll finish up on Zoom. We'll go to Nikias first. Nikias.
Hi, Adrian. Congratulations on the win. First, just looking at the wrap on the wrist, how are you feeling?
I'm all right. I feel good. It's just I'm just so thankful that it's my right hand.
Fair enough. And secondly, to the actual on-court product, it felt like a lot of late help from Atlanta instead of like the early double teams that you saw earlier in the year. Just how have you kind of been adjusting to teams throwing different timing with their help this year?
It's hard. It really is hard because you try to watch film and it's like, well, they're not gonna guard you that way. So you have to try to just when you catch the ball, you have to make decisions quickly, but also like that are going to be best for you and for your team. So it is difficult. The defenses do a great job of making me think, but at the same time, I'm going to take what the defense gives me and rock and roll through that and trust my teammates. So it is tough night in and night out trying to identify how people are going to play, but you figure it out and then you just kind of flow with it.
Actually, thank you.
We'll finish with Cassie on Zoom. Cassie?
Hey, Asia, Cassie with Women's Basketball 365. I know that last season you spoke about improving your handles, and since then, I feel like we've been getting glimpses of that handle package unlocking. Like you had a beautiful drive to the basket, off the dribble to the fillet. So I'm wondering, how do you measure your improvement with ball handling, and are there any other areas of focus headed into the second half of the season?
Areas of focus heading into the second half, I would just say making my shot, getting to my spots and making it easy, making life easy on me because it's not easy. I think that's kind of what I'm going to do is trust that I can get to my spots and when I do, making the right decision. But when it comes to ball handling, yeah, it's something that I work on in the off season. It's a piece of my workout that I do take care of just so I can have something. I'm not, if God gifted me with the Kyrie handles, perfect, but He didn't gift me with that. So I kind of stay within my range and making sure that I can, when time does come, I can utilize it. So it is a part of the game that I'm excited I can continue to grow at, but it's definitely not a piece of the game that I'm like, ooh, I gotta hone in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Asia.
Yeah.
Free-
solo 9-0 run in the game, she mentioned like she always has known that you're a scorer. You have lit up the aces, is what she said. I'm curious for you what the process has been like of kind of finding your role and I don't know, finding your groove and with this new team.
I would say it's definitely been a challenge. Just playing with such talented women, you just try to find your niche and find what you can do to this team, what can help you, what can help the team. So Becky always tells me that she wants me to be aggressive, get in the lane. If I don't have something, create for others. So I think it's just about me being aggressive and getting in the paint. Whenever I get in the paint, I feel good about it.
And then tonight, what was your view of the defense? It felt like something that was really working for you was just pulling up whenever you could. What was the defense? What were you seeing, I guess?
I just try to get to my spots and beat them to the spot and just pull up because I know sometimes their length bothers me sometimes when I'm trying to get all the way to the basket. So just picking my spots and being smart on who's guarding me and knowing when to do what. Really?
So Dan, that's somewhat what I was gonna ask you, because there was a point in time when y'all were shooting toward Atlanta's bench and you crossed up Alicia and pulled up and hit, and the next time down, Jordan was on you. Do you feel when you basically in your head you go, okay, because they're switching up but they can't handle what you do once you get up?
Yeah, I mean, Becky always tells me that no one can stay in front of me, so I just try to have that mindset, just being aggressive and attacking. But the last time when Jordan started guarding me, she was trying to beat me to the spot, so that's when I was able to pull up for the three. And just reading the defense and playing off of that.
Dana, at this level, every player is confident, right? But what does that do for your confidence when you're sitting in you're surrounded by other champions, you're surrounded by all-stars, Becky's looking at you, telling you to go out there and be aggressive and lead this offense?
It means a lot. They've been very helpful in this process and this journey with me. Starting the season, I feel like I was struggling trying to figure out when to attack, when to set the offense up, and when to do what. So just having that mindset of getting to the basket, getting in the paint, and making things shake. I feel like me and Asia play really well in a pick and roll. She's such a great pick and pop player. So just being smart with that and taking what the defense gives me. But my confidence, I would say, really just comes from God, because I feel like when I really put my all into Him and I focus on Him and glorify Him, then everything just flows. I feel like I'm in a better state of mind right now, and I feel like my peace has really been coming from God. So that's where my confidence is coming from.
All right, we'll go to Nikias on Zoom.
Hi, Dana. Congratulations on the win. I had two quick ones for you. One is on a more general note. How did you spend the All-Star break?
My All-Star, I was able to go home for a little bit, see my family. I love my parents. So I was able to spend a little time with them, and then I was able to go to a wedding. My college teammate and close friend, I was able to watch her get married and reunite with my coach from Louisville as well. So that was nice, just refreshing, getting away and seeing people that I grew up with, pretty much.
There we go. And to the actual basketball, even zooming outside of this game, this has been your best mid-range shooting season of your career so far. Just how much of an emphasis was that for you heading into the season versus, as you said, just kind of reading what the defense is giving you?
Can you ask that again? I'm sorry. I didn't.
Oh, it's okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just didn't get that first part.
Oh, this has been the best mid-range shooting season of your career so far, at least statistically. Just how much of that, your mid-range game in general, how much of that was an emphasis for you heading into the season versus just taking what the defense is giving you?
Yeah, I would just say just getting repetition. I feel like staying in that gym, being consistent and doing what I do, and just having confidence in myself. I feel like they always tell me like nobody can guard you, nobody, and like you turn it on and off, and it's just like I'm just trying to find a good balance of being a point guard, but also getting buckets because that's what I do. So just finding a good balance.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dina.
Thank you.